Welcome back to the channel. It's Chad here with Sinister RC, and today I have nothing to do with RC. I'm actually at work and I have a broken lock in one of the rooms, and this is an Omni lock, which is a hotel lock which we replace, and these oftentimes break. And I actually have a door right now that I can open from outside or inside. I literally had to climb a ladder, break in through the balcony, and still cannot get the door open. And I'm going to show you the process of how I get these doors open when I can't get them open when the locks break. Okay, so to start this process, what I'm going to want to do here is I take a flathead screwdriver and my hammer. I'm going to start knocking these pins loose because I got to get the door open. So I'm going to knock these 3 pins loose real quick. Just get them nice and loosened up here. Make sure I can get them. Yep, that one's going to go. Okay, so let me knock these out real quick and I'll show you the rest of the process. Okay, now I have all 3 pins out and the door is loose on this side. So I'm just going to want to wiggle this pressure loose and just try to get these hinges moving a little bit, because what I have to do next is go to the other side of the door. There we go, I get it now. And push it in. And what I've done here is I just basically reverse the door. I could pull it out from the hinge side and then we can get it loose right here, because nothing works right here. See? It's just a dead lock. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to push that door in from the other side real quick. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm on the other side here, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to throw a shoulder into it and kind of donkey kick the bottom. And as you can see, the door is sliding open from the hinge side. Okay, I'm completely free of the hinges. And now once I come inside here, we just shove the door back a little bit, and now my door is fully open so I can access this lock to repair it. So the first thing I'm going to do here though is I'm going to get it back on the hinges after opening the deadbolt so the door won't shut. And I also like to put a little washcloth here down around the bottom. So once I get the door back on the hinges, it will not shut. And my little pry tool here is a lifesaver when I'm working on these by myself. Okay, this door is back in business. So I'll get this door hinge in. And while I'm here, I'll get this bottom one. I mean, it looks pretty intimidating, and now see, my door won't shut because the washcloth there and my deadbolt's open. Oh, and this guy is always, the top one is always kind of a bear to get lined up. So I like to do is slide my pry underneath that part of the door and use my foot and kind of help me lift it. There we go. Line right up. So now I'm in business. Getting these gloves off, safety first. And now I can get my door open and access my lock. And I'll show you how to get that apart right now. Okay, so now that I've got my door back together, I can get it open. What the process of this is, we need to take the doorknob off, and this is a Torx head. These come off pretty easy. These are always tested. Yeah, these are always kind of tested, but make sure you get that deadbolt open just in case the door shuts. You don't want to have to go through the process of taking your hinges back off. And this is where we're going to grab this off there. Flathead screwdriver, and we're just going to pop this damn plate off right here. Okay, so once we're to this point, just unplug this. This is the emergency lockout. Basically, we have a lockout box in the office. And if this deadbolt shut, let's say somebody's dead in here or whatever's happened, and this deadbolt, we can actually bypass it with the emergency lockout system we have. So what we need to do now is get these 2 screws out here. There's 2 screws on either side of this, and these 2 screws out. And it'll only take us a second. I'm going to use the cordless drill to make my life so much faster. These ones here are a little bit trickier because they're deep set. I didn't bring a extension for my screwdriver today. And in all honesty, you have all the weight of this lock over here now on the outside. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of get this door partially open here. Get this lock working out. That's nice and tight there. Everything's kind of shifted here. Get it out. There we go. Okay, there's the back plate. It's off. And the front plate, we just slide out through. And these are what the front of our locks look like right here. And I have that out now. And what I need to do now is just remove this lock. And I got lots of issues right down here in the bottom. Yeah, we're gonna see because this lock hung up. And I can see where it broke right here, so I may have to JB weld something in place here to get that to work right. But yeah, right there, one of the nuts broke off the back as well. So this is the lock out. Let's get the other one back in there real quick. So when I got this lock out a few minutes ago, I noticed this screw was there, and these bolts, they're actually welded to the steel plate, actually broke off right here, but I was able to obtain one of these in my stock. Sorry I didn't take you guys with me, but if you guys go out to my storeroom, you'll get lost like me, 2 or 3 days. You know, people are calling for me. Yeah, I get lost in there quite frequently. So what I have to do now is take out these 2 screws here and the 2 screws on the other side, and we'll replace this plate so I have a nice welded bolt in the plate like these 2. Okay, let me do this the other side real quick. Okay, now we're in a position just to pull this off, and then just slide right off the sleeve like that. And we have this door here. Now just slide this guy back into place, and I'm going to try to stick it on there best I can the same way it came off, because you have this drop piece for the lock link, but I cannot do that on the outside. So we'll slide it back on here real quick. And once we get her all lined up with the screw holes and all that, we'll fasten her back up. There we go. Okay, voila, that steel plate's replaced. Now I can get this in there. Right now I have to concentrate on getting this bolt off the back of the screw here, and it shouldn't be too hard to do. Just a pair of pliers on this side, Phillips head screwdriver on the other. I'll be right back. Okay, my steel plate's all in, and sorry for the up close and personal here. I'm going to move my mic down a touch so it's out of my way a little bit. Sorry about that. And we got a pretty good view of the door here and how I'm going to put this together. So our new lock will go in just like so. See, our deadbolt's out. This is the brand new lock. And I'm going to slide it in just like so. And we'll get a screw started here up on top. And we're going to start that other screw down here at the bottom. Just so everything kind of stays in place. And I'm going to tighten the screw up now. Wait, wrong way. Okay, I don't want to over tighten it yet. Make sure everything's everything. And now what I'm going to do is start getting the door itself back together. So I'll need the front plate right here, this forward plate, and this wire will go through right here. And line it up just like so. That wire through there. And everything fit just like a glove there. so hopefully nothing falls out there real quick. And what I need now is to get this guy up on front. So get this guy up on here. It's not fitting correctly. Oh, it's because I got it upside down. Hey, there you go, Chad. Anyway, it's this wire in here. This is our emergency lockout key wire. And there we go. Now I'm just going to start a top bolt here, make sure everything lines up real good. And we're going to line it up first. There we go. I'm going to have to get on the other side there. Let me grab my other screws here and my screw gun. Missing a screw? No, nothing. It's in my hand. Okay, so let me come around here like this. And I will line these up pretty good as I can. So I can see them anyway from this side. Okay, so I have just 2 screws left to do, and they're the lower screws that just kind of anchor the plate to the door. And we're going to want these here, but they did not line up well down here on the bottom because the other holes are right here. So I'm just going to opt out on those, and I'll come back and drill those out real quick. So let's do that real quick. Okay, I got the proper bit so I can get these in there because I need this plate anchored down. So we're just going to drill right through that steel. Holes drilled. Now I'm just going to run these screws in here. There we go. Okay, so now all my screws are in there and they're nice and tight. I'm just going to double cinch these guys up here because it looks like they backed out a little bit when I tightened up. Yeah, they're good. Said you don't want to over tighten anything. So here we are, we have the door to here. So now we're going to put this rear plate back on it right here. And oh, we got to plug this guy in there too. Make sure he's plugged in right. It'll only go in one way, and we just kind of feed that extra up in there. And then bang, bang there. Yeah. So she's really kind of tight here. There we go. There we go. It's on. And then we just lay these guys in here like this. And I gotta go round up my screws and a screwdriver because I use it on another project. Okay, I finally found my screwdriver. I carried it downstairs with me when I was digging for this plate and set it down on my workbench. So let me get on this side here so it's easier for me to see all this. And we'll get this screw up in here where this door lock. I need to remagnetize. It dropped. There we go. And okay, so this is one of those locks where you grab that to unlock the deadbolt. Okay, another screw here that I dropped on the ground. And we'll get this back on there. Okay, I have one final touch to stick this fancy little faceplate right here, which we need to find some screws for because when I took out another lock, we don't have any more of these left, so I got to fix this outside plate. But this is basically the whole fix. This is how you would get these doors open to change the lock, and it's a pretty quick fix. See here? Ooh, my door is not shutting. Oh, it's because of this piece. I need to get that faceplate on there so I can shut my door. But I'll get that faceplate on there. I gotta straighten it actually because it's a vent. It's the only one I could find up there. And a little hammer work, and I should have this done in a few minutes. So I was able to beat that plate back flat. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but this was my only other option. I'm gonna have to order some more of these through HD Supply. So at least I got it going the best I could. So now we're going to get this plate on here screwed into place and call this a job. Let's see, this should fit right there. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Let's get this guy in here. Go. And just make sure we're nice and tight. There we go. And now, this is the test. Well, I check. Success. We have made a successful repair on this Omni lock. So, in order to get all this, you know, we had to take all those pins out and get that door apart. And it's not too bad of a job. You know, it took me roughly, about an hour and a half, but I didn't have all my materials here because I didn't realize, you know, we had a stripped out nut here and other things that occurred. So, but otherwise this door's deadbolt works. And you can open it from the inside now and from the outside. So I'm gonna go out and try that with my fancy little key here. Slip the key, bang. We are in. Thanks for watching. I know this was a little different than normal RC stuff that I have, and but I just kind of wanted to share what I do at work a little bit. And thanks for watching.